Hi friends, welcome back to another reading vlog. So a few months ago, I committed myself to reading all of the Sarah J Maas books before the next ACOTAR book comes out in October, and I have to say I've gotten a little off track. I don't really know what to say other than I am a mood reader, which I feel like we've established many times already, and it's hard for me to follow a reading schedule because I just want to read whatever I want to read. So I was thinking, what's a way I can catch up on all this reading before October? And I thought, why not do 24 hours of reading? When I say 24 hours, I don't mean like 24 hours in a day cycle. I mean, I'm going to set a timer and only read Throne of Glass until that timer hits 24 hours. That being said, I'm not going to read for like 24 hours straight. So I really have no clue how many days this is going to take. I don't know if it's going to take longer than a week. We will find out together. I'm not sure like what my reading speed is. I'm just really hoping to get through the tandem read of Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn because I just barely started it. And I think if I can get through these two, I'll be happy. And then, if I happen to finish these two books, I can also go on to Kingdom of Ash. And if perchance I finish Kingdom of Ash, I can just move on to the next Sarah J Maas book. But I doubt that I'll finish them all. I don't know. I really don't know like how far I'm going to get, but we're going to find out. This video is probably going to have some spoilers in it. So if you are planning on reading Throne of Glass, maybe skip this one. But I just know I'm going to need to talk about this because I cried my way through The Assassin's Blade, and I wouldn't be surprised if I cry my way through Kingdom of Ash. I'm not even sure if I'll get to Kingdom of Ash, but just a heads up there in case you're planning on reading it. Let me pull up the clock app on my phone, and we'll just start a stopwatch. And hopefully I don't accidentally like cancel it and lose my place. So I'll try to be really conscious about like clicking the right button to start and stop my time. I don't know why I feel a little nervous about this. Like hitting start is making me feel a little nervous, but I'm gonna start right now. This video has just started and I'm already talking about spoilers, but I just got to the part when Manon saves Dorian from the Rifthold ambush. And I'm so excited to see how their dynamic plays out because I feel like they have so much chemistry together. And first of all, I just love Manon, period. And I kind of want more books where the female main character is already like really powerful and low-key sort of feral and crazy. I feel like Manon definitely fits into that sort of category, but I feel like all fantasy books start with like a girl that's like so helpless and has to have like a whole training arc and then get strong, and then she kind of like comes into her power and becomes like kind of feral. But I think I like Throne of Glass because Selena's like already like that. She's already a scary assassin from like book one. And you meet Manon and these witches that will like literally eat humans. And I just want more books where like the female main character is already like super powerful and low-key crazy, and the MMC brings out like a softer side in her and is like a safe place for her to be like more reserved. Are there books like that? I feel like I need more books like this. So let me know if you know of any books where the woman is already very strong and powerful to begin with, and I just want like a golden retriever MMC to bring out her like softer side. I feel like I need that in my life. Last night I only got an hour and 27 minutes read. So I've got a long ways to go, and I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get a pink drink and do some reading. I might just sit in my car and read just for a change of environment. Some of the Starbucks now, they don't have like seats anymore. There's like nowhere to just sit. So the Starbucks I'm going to, I might just sit in my car and read, but that's okay. It will get me out of the house and reward myself with a little treat to be motivated to read. I find it kind of ironic that this is considered a tall at Starbucks when it in fact is quite tiny. Who named that? I want to know why. Why did they name this tall? This is not a tall. But I just wanted a small one because I'm trying not to drink a lot of sugar. So just a little one. I was listening to this song on the way here called Take Me Back to Eden by Sleep Token, and there's a part in the very beginning, I have the lyrics pulled up, after he says, "And now the weightlessness recedes," there's like a low animalistic growl in the background music. When I heard that, I was like, that is literally how I imagine Lysandra's ghost leopard animal form to sound. It's like just this terrifying low growl. I feel like when books are like, oh, there was a growl, I don't know, something about like growling, I just always think it's just kind of cheesy. But if you listen to Take Me Back to Eden, there's like that low rumble growl in the beginning, and I'm like, that's what it is. That's what it would sound like. That is exactly what Lysandra would sound like. Okay, I'm gonna start my timer, read, and drink my absolutely tiny pink drink. I'm now at 10 hours into my 24 hours of reading Throne of Glass. I'm 46% through Tower of Dawn and 38% through Empire of Storms. And as much hate as Cale gets, I actually really like him as a character, and I find his like internal conflict so human. I know a lot of people don't really love Tower of Dawn, but I have been loving Cale's chapters with Irene and seeing like how he's working through all of this kind of like trauma of things that have happened. And he just feels very human to me. Like, nobody's perfect. We're gonna all make some wrong decisions and some bad mistakes. And I just feel like he gets so much hate for that when obviously it's like plaguing him and like literally terrorizing him. And yeah, I just feel like he doesn't get credit for everything he's been through. Sure, he probably could have made some different choices, but that is not like realistic to me. Like, people are gonna make bad choices, and it's just been really fun to watch him, not fun to watch him suffer, but like fun to kind of just see his story and like how he truly feels about it, because like he feels horrible for some of the things that he's done, and it's like really taking a toll on him like mentally and physically, and it's just kind of refreshing to see him and Irene like work through that together. So might be a hot take, but I don't hate Cale. I think his character is interesting and dynamic and like very human. After reading on my Kindle, I feel like these books have to be pretty big. Like, I remember them looking chunky, but I feel like it's so slow. Like, I feel like for 10 hours, I should probably be like close to finishing, but maybe that's just me being Delulu. Because I've never been a slow reader. I've always been a pretty fast reader. So now I'm like, are these books as big as I think they are? Because I feel like this is taking a while. And it's funny because I originally thought that I could definitely finish these two books and Kingdom of Ash, but now I'm like, I might just get through these two books within 24 hours, and I might not even get to Kingdom of Ash. So I kind of want to see how big those books look in real life, because now I feel like I'm reading really slowly, but I don't have any like conception of how quickly I'm reading when I'm on my Kindle, because I don't know, like I don't know how many pages and how big these books are. I do need to run some errands today, so I might run to Target actually, because I think last time I was there they did have the full series, so I want to see how big those books are.
Come pick me up, drag me from the shadows, babe. Give me your love, you'll be my escape. It's okay.
They only have this in the box set, so it's kind of hard to tell the size of these two books. So I can't really see how small the print is for these, but Kingdom of Ash looks so big. Oh my gosh. I keep seeing people rave about Starside by Alex Astor, and I feel a little left out. I feel like I might need to read this series as well. I did read the first book in the series, and I felt pretty neutral about it, so I didn't continue reading. But now, after everybody's saying this is like the best book that they've read this year, I feel a little left out. Finding books at Target can be hit and miss. Like sometimes they have a good selection and sometimes they don't. And today there's so many books that I want to read that they have here. But I'm gonna stick to my reading schedule. I'm gonna read Throne of Glass. We are 20 hours into Throne of Glass, and I am 82% through Empire of Storms and 77% through Tower of Dawn. And Lorcan and Elid's relationship is like giving me life right now. I did not see that coming. I did not expect it, but I am like truly obsessed with them. I just love them so much. But before we get into Throne of Glass, Leo and I just went to Michael's, and I'm really excited because they had the most adorable little, I don't know what to call these, like figurines, but they're not figurines. We got a pumpkin house, and we got a bunch of things to make a little scene in a basket. So this is the first thing we got, this pumpkin house. Then we also picked up a bunch of moss to put in the bottom of it. And then we have a little tree, this hand-picked farm fresh pumpkin stand. These are like picket fences that we can put in there. We got this little truck with pumpkins in it. We've got a scarecrow. Pumpkins, because it's a pumpkin patch. A pumpkin patch sign. And these little animals, one's a hedgehog and the other is that a fox? I don't know what the other one is. It's like holding a cup. It's so cute. So what we're going to do is take this moss and put it in the bottom of this basket and then make a little pumpkin patch scene. We also have a roll of moss because this is kind of deep, and we want to make sure that we can see like all the cute little figurines. So we're gonna put a layer of like foam moss on the bottom, and then we'll put this fake moss on top of it. I know it's August and it's still so hot outside, but all of the fall stuff is out now because around August, school time, that's when they start bringing things out. And all of these items were 40% off. So we just couldn't resist. Leo has to unscrew the bottom of it to put the batteries in. Apparently they light up, so I want to see what that looks like.
Running low.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Wait, okay, let's put the bottom on it first. Put the bottom back on it. I think our little pumpkin patch turned out so cute. And now I am gonna read. I've only got 4 hours left. I think I'll definitely finish the 24-hour timer tonight, but I'm not sure if I'll finish the books. So I'll just see how far I get. I finished my 24 hours. I actually am a little past 24 hours. I'm 24 hours and 25 minutes. But I just got reading and didn't keep track of time. I did finish reading Tower of Dawn and Empire of Storms, and I did move on to Kingdom of Ash. I'm just barely at the beginning of Kingdom of Ash, but can I just say, I am so glad that I did the tandem read, because the ending of Empire of Storms, I've seen the quote when Rowan's like, "Where's my wife?" all over the internet. So I knew that like at some point they were probably going to get married, but I didn't think it was going to be in Empire of Storms, and I didn't think it was going to be secretly. And I truly did not see that coming. And when I read that, I was like, excuse me, what? I really can't imagine reading this series when they were coming out and having to wait like a year. And then you get Tower of Dawn, and Aelin isn't in that at all. And then you have to wait another year before Kingdom of Ash. Like, I'm just so glad I'm reading this when the whole series is out. And I'm so glad that I did the tandem read, because I probably would have just skimmed through Tower of Dawn if I hadn't done the tandem read, trying to get to Kingdom of Ash to find out what happens to Aelin. So I'm glad that I read them at the same time and was able to fully enjoy Tower of Dawn instead of trying to just rush through it to get to Kingdom of Ash. I was looking up the reading order for the Sarah J. Maas universe, and they had listed the number of pages in each book, and apparently Kingdom of Ash is her longest book. It's like 900 something pages, and I'm kind of scared to find out what's going to be in here that could possibly be 900 pages worth of content to read. Honestly, I'm kind of just like trying to prep myself, because I feel like with a war as big as what's going to happen in Kingdom of Ash, people have to die. Like, I'm sure some people are going to die, and I'm going to be very upset about it. And I'm just trying to like prepare myself emotionally, because I'm still not over Sam. And whenever I see like edits online with like Selena and Sam, I lose it every time, and I can't. That is it for this video. Thank you for spending 24 hours reading with me. I went through many emotions. There was a lot of ups and downs, and I really hope you didn't watch this video if you haven't read Tower of Dawn and Empire of Storms, because there were a lot of spoilers in it, and if you did, really that's on you, because I did warn you in the beginning, and I'm gonna make sure to put like a spoiler tag in the title of this video so nobody watches it if they haven't read it yet. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again very soon.